Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to season 14, episode 34, overall 748 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, located at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out their website, barrycullen.com, for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, along with their great selection of all-electric vehicles, EVs, or their great selection of Cadillac vehicles, and also pickup trucks as well. You can call Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership at 519-824-0210 and tell them Chris Palme sent you, or you can email them at info@barrycullen.com. Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership has been family run and operated here in the city of Guelph since 1969. Good evening, everybody, on this Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. And I'm looking forward to our show tonight. This is going to be my guest's first appearance on our show. She's in real estate. She's in the Brantford, Ontario area. And I'm proud to have Joanne Acri on. She's from Remax Realtor in Twin Cities, and we're going to talk a little bit about real estate, the real estate industry, and how she got started up, and also about a little bit about the area that she covers in Brantford and the Paris area and the surrounding area, like Simcoe as well. So we're going to bring our guest on right now, Joanne Acri, and we'll give her applause first. Good evening, Joanne. How are you?
Hi, good. Thanks, Chris, for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. And how are you doing, and how things in the real estate industry in Brantford?
It's good. Everything's up and down all the time. It depends on if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, and it's always a great time.
I went to school in Brantford in the 90s for law and security, 94, 96. I'm sure the city has changed a lot in those 30 years.
Yes, it definitely has lots of development, lots of new subdivisions. They keep expanding on all the outskirts of Brantford. They keep changing. It almost seems like they keep changing the borders. I've been in West Brant since we got our first house in 2002, and they're still building. It just keeps growing, keeps expanding. They're adding another school now. So there's 4 schools. There's 3 elementary, and they're adding the second high school, library. It just keeps growing.
Are you originally from Brantford?
No. So I grew up in Mississauga, so just over an hour from here, about an hour depending on traffic. And I'd never heard of Brantford. My parents were divorced. My mother got remarried and moved to the Paris area. So that's what brought me to this area. I was completely in shock because I think at the time Mississauga had a population of like 400,000 or 600,000. Like, it's a very busy city. I spent a lot of time in Toronto, so it was very busy. And we actually moved to Paris. I think at the time the population was like 1,500 or 3,000. So it was very different, very small. I had a hard time adjusting to it. It was very different. Mississauga was and still is very multicultural. Brantford and Paris at that time were not. So it was a huge change for me.
Are you seeing a lot of influx, people coming to Brantford, Paris, Simcoe area from Toronto and the bigger cities?
Yes, definitely. The GTAs have been coming here. So my daughter, she finished high school. She's going to be 29 this year. So she finished high school. I guess that would have been like over 10 years ago. And at that time, it was very one culture here, maybe a couple, but like I remember after high school, she went out west to work, and she commented how she really liked it because it was multicultural. And myself growing up in Mississauga, I'm used to the multicultural. My best friend in elementary school, she was Pakistan, so it was normal for me to be a minority in the city I live. And then now everyone in Brantford, up until maybe 10 years ago, it was very almost one culture. So it's definitely very multicultural now. I'm noticing a lot of different in the grocery store. There's different ethnic foods, different restaurants. Like, it's definitely changing, and I like it. It's good. It's good to have that different perspective. My daughter really appreciated it. So yeah.
I'm not sure how much of a sports fan or a hockey fan you are, but I think having the OHL return to Brantford after 40 years and the Brantford Bulldogs has kind of helped to bring in people to the city as tourists, but also the economy as well.
Yes, it's always good to have different events to bring people here, because I know historically people have always gone to like Hamilton or the bigger cities, Toronto, and everything for different sports events. And we offer that here, though. They're working on the TD Coliseum for the Brantford Bulldogs. They're going to have more events there. We've got the Sanderson Center for like arts and cultural centers. And then, being a hockey town, home of Wayne Gretzky, I'm sure you've heard of him.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
yeah, I did a video about Brantford, and I was trying to be funny, and I called him an ice skater, and someone they didn't appreciate that. They're like, he's a hockey player. Obviously, I know he's a hockey player, but yeah. So then we have the Wayne Gretzky Sports Center. It's got like 4 ice rinks, pools, everything. So there's lots of stuff to do here, lots of stuff to draw people in. Yeah, people are always creating different businesses, tons of restaurants. So there's lots here. A lot of people think, because Brantford seems like a smaller city, that we don't really have things here. Someone asked me, do you only have one gym? And I can't even count on one hand. We've got way more than one gym. We've got like 10 or 20. I haven't actually fully counted, but we've got quite a few.
And you also have a Costco now too, which is a big economic boom for the city.
Oh gosh, it draws, everyone loves Costco, so it's probably hurt Ancaster a bit, because that was our closest. And then we have my next favorite store, Dollarama. We have tons of those, and I'm sure every city does. They're popping up everywhere. We've got tons of restaurants, tons of, I don't know. I think we have the most per capita of Tim Hortons, because it's a very industrial city, lots of factories here. So yeah, I guess people need to drink coffee for their shift work.
You mentioned Paris before. I've been there a few times recently at the Paris Fairgrounds for some of these taco and cheesecake factory festivals and butter tart festivals. I love coming from Paris. Like, Guelph to Paris is about, I don't know, 25-30 minute drive, and I really love it. Everybody's so friendly down in Paris, and these events they have down there. I'm not sure if you've been able to go to some of them, but it's been really great.
Yeah, they have some great events, and it's a very good community in Paris. Like at the fairgrounds, they're always trying to do something. They have different Paris night markets. They try and theme them. Like now, they're probably going to do a fall one, and then like for Halloween and everything, they're always trying to reinvent it to bring people here. And then, if you're aware, they're renovating the downtown. They've been doing that for a few summers now. So with that, it's all shut down, and they've created it so it's more engaging for the community. They have different games down there. I think, what is it, like a cornhole toss, and just different things so people can come there and enjoy it, although they're under construction, because those businesses. So if you're looking for something to do, go to Paris, support the businesses. They are struggling a bit with the construction. So yeah, they've done things to make it very community centered. There's the Wincy Mill down there, which is like kind of like an indoor farmers market with little boutique shops, thrift shops. They have like a deli. Oh my gosh, what is it called again? It's like, oh, the grilled cheese effect. Like, it's amazing how well that place does. It's just grilled cheese sandwiches done really well. There's what is it? They got a couple of craft breweries. I'm drawing a blank. Paris Craft Brew, I think. Sorry, I'm just like a little nervous, but there's a couple good breweries right downtown.
I like to support small local businesses, and I'm a small local business as well. And one thing about you mentioned construction. It's basically construction season in the entire province of Hamilton right now, in Ontario. I mean, Hamilton, Guelph, Kitchener, London,
Yeah.
everywhere in Ontario. It's that time of the year as well, and even in the Cambridge area as well. Got to ask you this, Joanne. What do you like about the Brantford Paris Simcoe area the most? What are some of the most things that you really enjoy about the area?
Okay, so we have a great trail system. I love being outdoors, especially in the summer. We get like longer daylight, so it's nice. We have a great trail system running along the Grand River for the majority of it. Well, it depends on what section you're on. So it goes all, I think it goes all the way to Cambridge, and then you can go all the way to Port Dover. So if you really wanted to go that far, it would take you probably 3 hours by bike one way. But yeah, so I really like that. People, I don't know, people have a bad impression of what Brantford is. And there's some really great people here, great communities, great things to do. And the community really tries, especially downtown in Brantford. They have different community events. They just had, I think this weekend they're doing the Hip Fest. And then a couple weekends ago, I'm trying to like, they had another, what was it called again? They had a couple of really good bands here. So it brought people together again. So it's good, the engagement.
Do you guys have a rib fest in Brantford too?
Yes, they have them all over, but yeah, we do a rib fest. So that bring like they try and do different things to bring the community together, just like every major city and reinvent it.
Do you feel like the downtown Brantford area was, when I was there in school in the 90s, was kind of dead, not very good? Do you find they've gotten the downtown area, they've improved it since then? Since you've been
Uh,
there?
so it's definitely changed. There used to be, okay, this is gonna date us if you remember this, the Eaton Center. Do you remember that? You know that?
Yes. Yeah.
So there used to be that whole mall, and then they've cleaned it up. They're trying, so they do a lot of local events down there in the winter. They have an ice rink, and then they have little winter festivals there. They also have the Conestoga College, Laurier University. So there's that big community there, and then there's more shops and restaurants. They're actually renovating or reinventing the not that what is it called again? Like kind of close to downtown at the Market Square. They're going to make more high-rise buildings, which we don't have many in Brantford. Like we're not nearly as big as Toronto to really require it, but they're making it more population dense. So they're going to make it a bit more of a walkable community so people can like just go from home and walk to where they need to be and have all these different businesses, shops, restaurants, amenities, and bring people there so they want to live there and they want to be there.
I know with Guelph, I moved to Guelph back in 1981 with my family. It was only 45,000 people and it was very affordable. And now, 45 years later, Guelph's population is over 170,000 people and the prices have gone up. Got to ask you this, since you're in the real estate industry and you're in the Brantford area, how's affordability in the Brantford area still?
I'm gonna say pretty much everywhere. Nobody likes the prices. Like they are what they are. Average price point is 642 as of last month, 642,000 for a single detached home. Um, so like for that, you need to have two really good jobs to qualify. It's challenging to qualify now. A lot of people are getting gifted down payments from their parents. A lot of major cities, though, they do offer programs to help with paying your down payment. Brantford offers one. I think it's called the Be Home program, and they will give you a loan of up to 20% for a home up to 500,000. And yes, you can find homes in that price. You can find single detached homes. They're probably a little bit older. Some of the local builders, though, because people aren't buying houses like they used to, so the builders, they're looking for you to buy as well. And you can get townhouses for right around 500, even a little bit less. They're offering a lot of incentives. So I feel like it's definitely getting better since 2022 at the height of the market. My house, I would say, was probably worth like 1.2 million. It might be worth 800 today. So it it's getting better than it was, if that answers your question.
Do you find the real estate market in our economy has shrunk?
Has it sorry, repeat that again?
I was gonna say, do you find the market and the economy in Ontario has shrunk right now?
Yes, there's a lot of factors playing into that. I was just talking with someone. I was actually doing a price reduction with a client. How, and not that this is first like the major problem, but ChatGPT and all those AI generated tools, that's got to be really hurting a lot of industries. So it's definitely hurting the economy because I think it's taking away a lot of jobs. I would like to see more regulation on it. Um, yeah, I just find it's really hurting people because I use ChatGPT so much. I can do so much with it. So it's taking over jobs that a person would be doing. Like, this is a bit off topic, but for travel, for example, or anything that uses kind of a embedded chat system, I found recently I like to travel, and I'm trying to book a trip right now, and I've done, like, if you like doing group travel, there's G Adventure and Intrepid, which are really good, by the way. Um, and the one I went on, and I was using their chat feature, I think Intrepid. When you use their chat feature, it's embedded with, seems like a ChatGPT system, and right away, instantly, all the questions are answered for you. People have no attention span anymore, whereas G Adventure, not to put them down, they're great too. You're still actually getting a person, but no one has the patience to wait for them. So it's like we just like the speed of this AI, and it's yeah. I know that's not the main thing that's hurting the economy, but I think the economy is hurting for several reasons. But yeah.
I feel AI can be a good tool, but I do feel it will shrink the job market as well. And I wanted to get your thoughts on this too. Do you find the younger generation, there's a shrinkage of younger generations buying homes right now?
Um, depends on what you define as younger generations. Like, I think I was 23 when I bought my first home. There's not many 23-year-olds. I think I heard the latest, it's like in your late 30s, early 40s when you're buying your first home. Definitely more affordable in Brantford than it is in Toronto. Um, so yeah, it's definitely shrinking and hurting.
How much has AI and Chat GTA changed the real estate industry, especially the internet and social media?
That's a good question. So for myself, I wouldn't say it's hurt it, it's helped it. So someone actually commented on one of my posts because I do use ChatGPT to write up my to help write up my captions, and I'll say, give me a great caption to increase engagement and increase like if I have a listing, increase people to look at this listing, make it highly searchable, those sorts of things. And then so I consistently post on 4 different platforms. I'll do TikTok, that's how we met,
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And every platform I post to, I'll say, okay, now alter my captions so that it works for YouTube or TikTok or whatever one I need to post to. And then so then it spit out, here's a version for TikTok or whatever it said. And then I just copied and pasted like I read it, but I copied and pasted, not realizing it said at the very top, here's the version. so the people reading my TikTok, the one person commented, hardest working realtor. And I thought, you don't know, I didn't become a realtor to be a social influencer and be on all these social media platforms. I would rather not be on them, but I feel like as a realtor, we now have to be on them. So using something like ChatGPT, that one's my favorite of all of them right now, but using something like that where it can speed up how quickly I can spit out a caption, which does it make a difference? Probably, but I don't have to spend time creating the best copyright of whatever I'm trying to add for my write-up. Even for our listings, I'll use it to assist in making my write-up more engaging. And they're now suggesting that we focus more on lifestyle and what the community offers. So ChatGPT can assist with that. So I'm still feeding it the information. It's just it kind of sugarcoats the words, and it brings it to life more. I'm very good at being very direct and getting to the point, and I find ChatGPT helps like beautify it for me, if that makes sense.
Well, being a small business owner myself too, I do use AI a little bit with editing video when I'm extremely busy. But I think it's a good tool if you use it the right way. And by the way, the on-air stuff for me is the easy part. It's the promoting, booking guests, downloading the video, editing the video, and getting this on 21 different platforms as well.
Yeah.
But nowadays, whatever business you have, whether it's in real estate or media or whatever career, you have to have a social media presence.
Yes. And I find the AI just speeds it up how you can post stuff and
You
create
mentioned this, and you mentioned this too. People's attention spans now are shrinking. So the smaller the video, the more views. From what I've gathered.
Yeah, yeah, we do. You'll notice listing videos. I mean, it's evolved how real estate is marketed now. There used to be photos from an actual camera, and you would see the little digital numbers at the top corner. There would only be like, I don't know, 5 photos, and now we're doing like 30 to 50 photos per listing. But you're noticing the videos. They used to be like 2.5, 3 minutes, and it would be a horizontal, and now they're going more vertical, quick, like 30 to like under 30-second, or sorry, under 60-second reels.
Now, I know a couple years ago, maybe 5, 10 years ago, there seemed to be a trend for people to sell their own home, self-sellers. Do you find that's increasing, or is it shrinking too now? And
Now
people
that you
prefer to
mention,
use.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, now that you mentioned that, I'm not seeing as many, because there used to be, what was it, Purple Bricks, was it Property Guys, Property Brothers, Comfree. There is different platforms, and everyone wants to save money. I just find myself, a lot of realtors sadly are in it for the money, and they will not show your property if commission's low, or if it's a for sale by owner, because they want that income. So I don't know if that's part of the reason. But I'm definitely not seeing them as much anymore.
Now, I'm based in Guelph, which is about 40 minutes from Brantford. Can you just tell our audience just a little bit about yourself, Joanne, and when did you develop an interest, passion for the real estate industry?
Okay, so as I said, I grew up in Mississauga, spent a lot of time in Toronto, spent a lot of time in traffic, because that's what you do when you're driving back and forth between the cities. So I definitely have a passion for cars, by the way, and I can name those off. But my mother was an interior decorator when we lived in Mississauga. And so I would see a lot of very large homes. Brantford is very different from Mississauga. It's a lot of smaller homes. But I really loved looking at real estate, driving along like Mississauga Road, all the different houses, looking at them all, looking at the interiors. I know that might sound a bit cliche. So probably as a small child. And I've always paid attention to the real estate market, not even realizing that I think it is one of the top 3 topics that people talk about. But as a child, I remember being very interested in home prices, how the market works. And then it wasn't until the pandemic when everyone was rethinking their life. So, and wait, let me back up a bit. So I have always been very good at saving, and I've been very frugal. So I started investing in rental properties over 10 years ago. And then I came into contact with different realtors as I was buying my properties, and I found they weren't really serving me. They would tell you what you wanted to hear to sell the property, but they weren't really doing me any favors. I didn't feel like they were doing a good job at looking out for my best interests. I felt like they were looking out for their best interests. So I really wanted to be able to look out for, because that's what we do. We're here to look out for your best interests. I really wanted to be able to provide a service where I was looking out for people's best interests, as we're supposed to do. So during the pandemic, when everyone was kind of rethinking their life, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to die. Like this COVID could kill me, really, because it was killing people. So when I was working in ICU as an RN, so I got my license in 2002. Yeah, 2002 as a nurse. And it's a good job to have. And then like 2020, when everything happened, I was like, you know what? You know, that question, if you could do anything and not fail, what would you do? And I've always wanted to do real estate. And the biggest challenge in real estate, the hardest thing anyone will tell you, is getting the client. The hardest part is getting the leads to buy and sell real estate. Like once you're in front of people, you can show houses. Like there is some skill to it. But so anyways, I did it. I got my license. It took me 7 months, and I had a great group. They probably won't see this, but I had a great group that I studied with, and we were from all different parts of Ontario. So it was really good. And yeah, it went well. And then here I am today, 5 years later. So I got licensed in summer of 2021. And yeah, I still love it. I still want to continue doing it. It was actually going to be my retirement plan. I don't know if, like, I'm in my 40s. But I always thought, what am I going to do when I retire? And I thought, well, I'll do real estate. And then it happened quicker than it was supposed to. So here I am.
I've done like over 800 shows on here, and I started this new career into media during the pandemic, and I've had hundreds of guests on who started in different careers and switched careers during the pandemic. And it's just amazing. The pandemic was a tough 2 years for all of us, but a lot of people seem to find their passion and what they want to do. And it's not really work when you have a passion for it. And I have to ask you this too, because I've had 3 family members in the nursing profession. How difficult was it to leave the nursing profession? And do you find that there is a shrinkage of nursing in Ontario right now?
So yeah, there definitely is a shortage of nurses. Um, During the pandemic, so being in ICU, I saw the COVID patients. I saw like 8 to 10 lines per patient, like 3 different sedations to keep them sedated. Like it was just maximized. I didn't realize until after how traumatizing it was when I saw people with their signs saying it's not real, don't take the vaccine. And I don't want to get into people's beliefs or anything. I saw what I saw with people dying, and yeah, it was pretty traumatic. They also implemented computerized charting. Well, we always had computerized charting. They changed the system. They implemented different things that just made it too much, and then people just decided to leave. Like they forced the vaccine on us all, and I mean, I took it to keep my job, but I didn't want it. So yeah.
Can you tell our audience a little bit about the process of becoming a real estate realtor in terms of your education and the licensing process of it?
Okay, so when I did it was all online. I haven't really looked into what's involved now, but I imagine it's still the same because most people go in to become a realtor as a second or third career, and usually they're older in life. So there was 4 courses, and then there was 2 online week-long simulations where it was instructor led, and you were put into little groups, and you had to do projects together or just have discussions together. So it was all self-taught. Like you just had to read through the modules, and then after every module there was an exam. It's not easy. If anyone thinks it's easy, I'll be shocked. It's not easy at all. I think it's 87% failure rate, and even a realtor is an 87% failure rate. So yeah, it took me 7 months. I studied hard. I had a group to work with because we did it all online. So we would meet once a month, go over any questions we had, because there was nowhere to go. Like we were all housebound basically.
Did you have any early influences and mentors in the real estate industry?
Um, I'm gonna say because I bought my properties through different realtors, but the last one really influenced me, and he did a great job at what he did. So I just thought this is what a realtor should be. Like I remember going to houses and he'd be like, "Don't buy this one." So that was good that he was actually paying attention to what I actually needed.
When somebody comes to you about looking for a home or to sell, what's one of the top reasons why somebody's looking to buy or sell nowadays?
Okay, nowadays, there's so like always, not just now, they call it the D's in real estate. So there's death, divorce, diamonds, diplomas, diapers, downsizing. Anyway, there's like 5 or 7 D's you can go on. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of divorces, and a lot of deaths. So you won't see it as a general consumer, but I'll see who the house is listed by, and sometimes it'll say estate of, so that'll be a death. Divorces aren't as obvious sometimes, and not always, but sometimes if you see 2 different realtors from 2 different brokerages on one listing, that might be an indication that it might be a divorce because they can't agree on the same realtor. So that's what I'm seeing a lot of right now.
Joanne, when somebody is looking for a new home, obviously they're looking for certain things in the house, but how important is the neighborhood neighbors? Because I've seen people in the past where they liked their home, but their neighbors were not very easy to deal with. Is that still a factor these days too?
Um, so I mean, before you move into the neighborhood, you're not going to know who your neighbors are, and you can move to any neighborhood and hate your neighbors, no matter how much your house is. Um, I do find in Brantford, I'm not going to mention it. There's one area that people will often say, I don't want to buy in this area. And there's nothing wrong with that area. There's pockets in this city, like other city, any other city, that I probably wouldn't recommend. I might not show you a house there. But there's always good people in all of those locations. And people are like, oh, you're going to get your stuff stolen. I sold a house to a lady in downtown Brantford that even when she looked at the house, I'm like, you shouldn't be buying here. And she bought that house and she loves that house and it's a great house. And people from lower socioeconomic backgrounds walked by that house and she leaves her cushions out and nothing gets stolen. So like you can't judge different neighborhoods. But so what I wanted to say about this one neighborhood in Brantford that everyone says, I don't want to live here. I was told bad things about it. With the affordability right now, a house for 400,000 or 500,000, you need to be making about 150,000 to qualify for that house. To me, that's you're looking at professionals. You're looking at teachers, police, nurses. Like you're looking at people that have educations.
Now, Joanne, can you just tell our audience about being a realtor with Remax Twin City and in Brantford, and how did you come about Remax?
Okay, so when you asked about mentors, Judy Lilico is my broker of record. I probably call her the most out of every agent, and she has been very supportive. Remax has always been the largest dominating brand in the real estate industry worldwide. So naturally, it's kind of the only one I knew. Because there was other brands I hadn't even heard of. There's one called Rebel here, and that broker of record is amazing. But I liked Remax for the brand recognition. It also has a lot of top producing agents. So as a newer agent, if you want to do an open house, there's no short supply of open houses. So typically in real estate, when you start, they tell you do open houses to find clients. I mean, there's other ways to do it, but open houses is a big way. So that's what attracted me to Remax, and it's just been really great support with Judy. So she isn't an active agent. I mean, she does take on the odd listing. I don't see her doing many transactions. So she's there for the agent, which for any realtor starting out, you want your broker of record to be available for you. You don't want them being busy doing their own transactions, because I did briefly try another brokerage. The broker of record, amazing agent, does a great job. He sells, I think, over 100 houses a year, if not more. I don't follow him to know exactly his numbers. Really nice guy, but he didn't have time to help. So yeah, that's what kept me at Remax.
Joanne, how would you describe yourself as a real estate realtor?
I am very dedicated. I work very hard for my clients. I definitely look out for their best interests. If the house doesn't work for them, I'll say, let's go find another one. We can go look at 50 houses until you find the right one. I will provide resources for you. I spend a lot of time with my clients, and hopefully I get them the best deal they can get, and I negotiate hard for them.
Do you find there's more people now renting and buying?
Yes, definitely. Especially I've noticed in the new build communities, usually there's an 80-20% rule in anything you think of in life, any industry. And I would say a good 80% of the new builds are rented. And I think now too, with affordability, a lot of people right now, like there's, I think, over 1 million mortgages that are up for renewal this year. And a lot of those people can't afford the new mortgage prices. So they are selling their homes and they are renting. I've met quite a few people that they just can't take on the mortgage payments anymore and they're renting. And then if you look at a mortgage payment of like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever the case may be, and you can turn around and rent that same house for 2,000 to 3,000, then some people choose to rent.
Can you tell our audience a little bit about a reverse mortgage?
Okay, so I just did an interview with Sarita Free. She's a mortgage agent in Simcoe. So I wish she was here to answer these questions. But what's really great about a reverse mortgage, so you do have to be 55. That's the main qualifying factor for that. And you don't need to provide a credit report. You don't need to qualify like you would for a typical mortgage. So that's a huge advantage. And they say they're seeing it for a lot of what they call gray divorces. So when you're over 55, if one spouse wants to buy out the other, the one spouse can do this reverse mortgage, pay off their other spouse, and then still keep the house and live in it. And then until you decide to sell or move, then you can stay in your house longer, which is good. And they also see them being used a lot for, like, I don't know if you watched my TikTok, we just did an interview on this. They do it to help with gifted down payments. So like some people, you don't know how long you're going to live for. And if you can help your kids out sooner and pull out some equity in your home and use a reverse mortgage, that's a huge advantage for you, your kids. You get to see them have that home ownership instead of struggling with you, because let's be honest, it's hard living with people sometimes. Like, I love my daughter, but her and I get along better when we're not in the same house.
By the way, I do have a video from your YouTube channel. Is it okay if I play the video from your YouTube channel?
I have no idea what it is, so let's see it.
It actually talks about reverse mortgages, and
Oh,
I wanted to plug your YouTube channel as well.
okay.
How can people find you on social media and your YouTube channel?
Oh my gosh, it's called, I created it a few years ago. I think it's called Moving to Brantford. I would hope if you just type in Joanne Acri Realtor, you can find it. But yeah, so that's I think how you can find it. And then I post the same thing on all platforms. I do TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So it's the same thing. And I try and post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's a full-time job itself, and we'll play the clip right now. I do this with all my guests. I wanted to showcase some of your work and your content. So just bear with me 1 second, and we'll play the clip right now.
Well, I wish Sarita was here too.
Your home. Think again. That is probably the #1 misconception I hear when
More homes.
That's on my, sorry, I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
think a reverse mortgage means the bank takes your home. Think again.
That is probably the #1 misconception I hear when clients come to talk to me about a reverse. The bank does not take your home. The bank does not own your home. Title is registered just like any other mortgage would be.
How do you qualify for a reverse mortgage, and do you need a good credit score?
Actually, qualifying for a reverse mortgage is really easy, and you can't change some of them. #1 is your age, and #2 is your postal code and how much equity you have in your home. Lenders don't generally need or care about your credit score, and we're not collecting income documents either. It's basically age, postal code, and how much equity.
What do you see people using a reverse mortgage for the most?
Right now, I see people using it the most for living inheritance so that they can gift their family members and get to see them enjoy the funds. So obviously right now, the biggest use is gifted down payment for their kids or their grandkids that are trying to buy homes and get into the housing market themselves.
That's amazing.
I know.
Okay, thanks for your time. If you guys have more questions, you can ask Sarita Free or myself, and we're happy to help. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Anyways, I wanted to play this video. I thought it was a great clip, and your content is really good too. And it's important nowadays. Whatever you do, you have to be on social media and in YouTube and TikTok specifically.
Yep. And that's why I use ChatGPT to help come up with some of the content. But anyways, don't touch me.
I'll be honest. Before I watched your video this morning, I didn't know what a reverse mortgage was. And that's what I love doing this show. I learned something new every show with every guest.
Oh, thank you.
And I've had about 8 or 9 different realtors on from Toronto, Barrie, Kitchener, one in Atlanta, Georgia, who is a cancer survivor, military vet, who became a realtor, and now yourself in Brantford. And everybody's got a different story, how they got into it and why they do it. And I love having people on from different careers as well.
Yes, thanks for having me, Chris.
Now, do you have a couple more minutes? A couple more quick questions?
Sure.
What is your advice for first-time home buyers and the advantages of owning versus renting?
Okay, my advice is get pre-qualified, pre-approved first, and if you think you can't do it, I'm pretty confident that you can. And then what was your second question again?
Just your advice about first-time home buyers and advantage of owning and renting. And there's something else I was going to ask you, but I'll ask you later before we wrap it up.
So, owning versus renting, I will always tell you to buy versus rent. What I see, so you've got all these investors buying all these new builds, and their mortgage payments have gone up, and they don't even make sense to me because, like, if your mortgage payment is 3, 4, 5,000, whatever the case may be, but you're only getting 2 to 3,000 in rent, and you're not even getting 3,000. You're getting like 2,500. So a lot of these landlords are actually having to sell because what, like, to me, that's not an investment. That's an expense if you're paying for someone, like you're subsidizing someone else's housing. So you basically, you never know when your landlord is going to sell. So as a renter, you've always got the fear in the back of your mind, when am I going to have to move again? And rent keeps going up. Like it's gone down a little bit right now, but my first rental, I rented it for 900 a month and it was cash flowing. So now that same house I can rent for about 2,400 a month. So I would like the security of owning my own home. And then if you do a 20, 25, 30-year mortgage term, in that time at the end, that house is yours. You can own it, and then you can take advantage of a reverse mortgage if you don't have any retirement savings, and then there's your retirement savings. Versus if you rent and your rent just keeps going up, you can't save ever.
On average right now, is it normally about 20, 25 years for a mortgage? Or do you find it's decreasing down to 15 years?
Uh, no, people like first time buyers. So first time buyers are the only ones that can qualify for a 30-year amortization, by the way. And if you're divorced, you requalify as a first time home buyer. But anyways, yeah, most people are looking at longer terms, even people that are refinancing because they've gone from like a 1 or 2% interest rate and now they're at double that, if not more. They're extending their amortization, which is the length of your mortgage. So unless you're an older generation who's very good with your money, I'm not a mortgage person, like not that I'm not a mortgage person, but I don't see those numbers as much as a mortgage agent would. I would think more people are doing longer term mortgages.
What are some keys to finding a right realtor? Obviously, the realtor and the clients have to have a good fit. What are some keys to finding somebody that can help you, assist you with your needs?
Well, I would say just pick me. I guess you do have to meet them and decide, do you like this person? Do they seem like they're looking out for your best interests? And are they actually looking to help you? Or because what I see on my end, some of these agents, not to stereotype them, but coming from out of town, they're asking me, are you going to pay 2.5%? So it's like, well, are you looking out for your client or are you looking out for your commission?
What are your thoughts on home inspections?
Absolutely. I highly recommend them. I use a local home inspector. Well, I use a few. There's one that's, well, they're all really good. I don't want to send anyone out. What I like about them, they give a bit of a rundown of all the parts of the house and they explain how different things work. Simple things like how to change a furnace filter, how to look for the maintenance on a furnace filter. One thing that we don't, like, no one has x-ray vision, but the home inspector will go up in the attic because most people, like, no one's carrying a ladder around. I mean, some buyers will, but recently I had an experience where they found there was a fire in the attic and the agent didn't list this, which they actually are supposed to list that, by the way. So there's things that you might not see when you're walking through the house, and especially if it's staged or something and it looks really pretty, you might not see things that are kind of hidden. And then even with wiring, like wiring's a big thing. There's all different types of wiring that you do need to get switched out if it's not, like, some wiring isn't insurable. So the one is knob and tube. And I went through a house with my buyers and we looked and we didn't really see any knob and tube. And the agent said, no, they had it all switched out, but they got a home inspector and the agent the home inspector found knob and tube wiring. So I think it's good. It's good because I, as a realtor, I'm not a home inspector. I like to pretend I am, but I point out as much as I can, but there's things I'm going to miss. The home inspector will find it. And sometimes those are big ticket items that you weren't planning to spend. You're already spending enough on your house. So to have to go and spend more on like remediating mold in the attic, for example, or new wiring because you found out you have knob and tube, whatever the case may be, a home inspector can educate you on those things so you can decide, do you want to move forward? They're not meant to back out of the deal, or can you negotiate a bit more on the price? Because if you weren't expecting to spend 10,000 on a furnace or 10,000 on a roof, like that, all those pieces add up.
What are your thoughts on downsizing in tiny homes?
What do you mean by tiny homes? Like a little trailer or
Like,
something?
yeah, little smaller homes. Yeah, the trend of people moving into little places.
I believe less is more. I like it. Like I look at big houses. When I was younger, I wanted a big house with a dining room where I could entertain and have all these people over. And now one of my best friends and I, whenever we talk about like downsizing or moving or whatever, we talk about we're fine with like a 2-bedroom apartment. So I think whatever works for you, it's going to be more cost effective for like the price of the mortgage, the cost of the utilities, and then you can actually go and enjoy life more. You can go and like I love traveling. You can go travel more. You can go on the trails more. Like I like being outside. I just need a room big enough for a bed and I'm good, and a kitchen to eat.
When somebody's looking at a home, what is the first thing they're looking at a home? Is it the kitchen or the bathroom?
I haven't been asked that, but I would think they're looking at the kitchen. Most people spend more time in the kitchen unless you make a bad meal and then you're in the bathroom. But
How important is it as a realtor to keep in touch with the current trends in the industry?
it's very important. Like you need to be aware of what's happening and what people are looking for.
I'm going to put you on the spot with this question. We're going to wrap the show up in 5 minutes, I promise. What's a fun fact about yourself and Remax Twin City Realtor?
Like combined?
Or one fun fact, either about yourself or Remax, or both.
Fun fact about I don't know what's fun about not that Remax isn't fun.
Something that the people might, our audience
Okay,
might not know.
what you wouldn't know is that I love snowboarding in the winter. Like I used to get depressed, so I took on snowboarding. So I'm praying for snow. No one else is praying for snow but me.
No, I love winter. For me, fall and winter are the best times. I've never tried snowboarding. I should try it.
Yeah, like and then when people look at houses and they're like, "Oh, there's too much snow to shovel." I'm well aware of the snow conditions. I think you guys get a little more snow in Guelph. In Brantford here, we get about 2 snowfalls a year. I'll come and shovel for you.
Yeah, Guelph, we did get a lot this year. We had about 3 feet of snow on my front yard.
Yeah, we had that too. Like, I think everyone kind of in what are we called? Southeastern Ontario, Southwestern Ontario. We all got lots of snow. But yeah, typically we get 2 snowfalls and then come March it melts up.
What's the best area in Brantford for snowboarding?
Oh, well, you're not going to Brantford. So for me, living in Brantford, the 2 closest places are either in Kitchener, there's Chicopee, or I go to Milton for Glen Eden. They have a Ladies' Day program that I do every Tuesday. I've met some great people. We do a trip every year, usually out west. I'm trying to convince them to go to Europe this year. But yeah, so Glen Eden is where I go. And then I also go to, there's a bunch of private hills up in the Collingwood area. I think there's like 6 private resorts there. So I do those in the winter. Yeah, that's my preference. Oh, and then in the States, in Ellicottville, Holiday Valley. That's a really good, I like that better than Blue Mountain.
Now, as we wrap the show up, this is a segment called Ask the Host CDP a Question. CDP are my initials, by the way. Do you have a question to put me on the hot seat as we wrap this up?
Okay. Geez, you didn't prepare me for this. Not that you prepared me for any of this. Tell me a fun fact about yourself then.
Never been on an airplane. I'm left-handed. And I used to be 5'7". Now I'm 5'4".
I don't know what happened there, but I can't believe you've never been on an airplane. Do you have a fear of them?
Yes, but I should try it. I should try it once. And if I did have to get on an airplane, I would like to go to either Italy or Australia.
Well, you should go. Like,
I should try it once. I should try it once.
Yeah, go somewhere far and then enjoy it.
So
Yeah.
now,
You
go ahead. Have you thought about writing a book at some point in your real estate career later on? A book? No?
No, have
I'll-
you?
No, not yet. My story is still in progress, but I think you're a natural. I think you're a natural on camera. I really think
Oh,
Remax should have a once a month podcast show with you on it.
just with me.
Yes, I really think real estate places should have a podcast on once a month and have different realtors and people from the industry on the show.
Well, you should check. There's tons of real estate podcasts. It's not a new thing.
So, all right. And as we wrap up the show, Joanne, where can our audience again follow you on social media, your website, and the best way of contacting you directly with Remax Twin City if they're in the Brantford, Simcoe area, Paris area?
So I'm on all, like I said, I'm on all 4 platforms. Joanne Acri Realtor, ACRI. My phone number, geez, you got to flash it on the screen, 226-208-1720. That's 226-208-1720. You need it like flashing as a banner on the bottom, not, well, I think, are those all my handles there at the bottom?
Yes, and even though I have my reading glasses on, it's so hard. I find the older I get, I'm 54, it seems like the type in the print gets smaller and smaller, even with my glasses on. But I was able to put that on. But Joanne, I want to say thank you so much for giving us some time tonight, and I hope you had a good experience. And do you have any final thoughts as we wrap this up?
Oh, this was a good experience. I've never done this before, so I really appreciate you asking me. And I think you need to go fly somewhere. Go fly a kite. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, that's okay too. And they do have fly the kite events in Paris too.
No, you can go. You know what? You need to go to, where did you say you want to go, to Italy or Australia?
Yes. The other country I'm taking up, we'll leave it at that. I'm taking a rain check on this other country beside us for now.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people are, but that's okay.
For now.
I know. I'm waiting for it.
Yes, I do miss my family and friends over there. So, but I would like to go to Italy because I love food and I like wine.
Yes. Well, I hope you get to go one day.
Hey, as we wrap this show up, what's your favorite vacation spot that you've been to so far? Country you've been to?
You need to travel, and then you're gonna know why I like traveling so much, and then you're gonna get on the plane all the time. Get the WestJet MasterCard. It's got, well, I shouldn't promote anyone. Anyways, I went to Galapagos this year. I've been wanting to go for the longest time, and then finally went. It's like you're in a National Geographic magazine, like you're swimming with sea lions, sea turtles, iguanas that I didn't know, manta rays, stingrays, what else? You're just penguins. I didn't know that they swim with you. I've always just seen them waddle on a glacier. I'm trying to think what else. And then you see like flamingos. It was amazing. Definitely trip of a lifetime. And I did that with, I think that was through Intrepid. And the food was amazing. It was great prices. There was pelicans landing like right beside you at the table. It was great.
Joanne, do you have any open houses coming up in the Brantford, Paris, Simcoe area that you'd like to share before you go for the night?
Yes. So Saturday, I will be at 115 English Lane here in Brantford. It's a townhouse. You need to see it. This guy's meticulous. It shows really well. It's got, I think, 133-foot deep lot, which is very large for a townhouse. He's got a nice patio area with a gazebo, and then his lawn is meticulous. It's green. It's like carpet. And then he's got a man cave in the garage. So that is $549,000, 3 bedroom, 3 bath. Beautiful. And then where am I at on Sunday? I have a few listings right now. Sunday, I am at another one in Brantford, 36 Crandall, another great house. I call it my 1+1 house. So it's designed for multi-generational living if you're looking for that, or if you could use it as a 2-bedroom house as well. It's got a great backyard space too. It reminds me of the cottage every time I'm there. There's a nice gazebo area. It's got a garage to it. Everyone loves having garages. You can park like, I think almost 6 cars in the driveway. Everyone's looking for that. That one's priced at, actually it's the same price, $549,000. So both great houses. The one is a bungalow, that second one I just said. So it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath bungalow, beautifully renovated. It's got a skylight, a solar tube, lots of light coming in that one. The other one's a great townhouse. Both, one's newer, one's older, both great.
Well, Joanne, I want to say thank you so much for giving us an hour of your time, for coming on here tonight. And hopefully, hey, one day when you have another open house in the Brantford area or the Paris area, I'll come down and check it out from Guelph.
Come down this weekend. You can fly.
Unfortunately, I will be in Hamilton. I'm not flying. No, I'll drive. But I will be in Hamilton Saturday for a CFL game. I do some media work for the Argos and the Tiger Cats as well. But I love what I'm doing, and I just love meeting guests like yourself and people from different careers, and I learn something from every guest. And I want to say thank you so much. And Joanne, you have an open invite to come back on the show again in the future if you like.
Thank you. Have a great time at the football game.
I will. I post a lot of content, but sometimes it's a work-life balance too. I got to do a better job with that as well. But it's not really work when you have a passion for it.
Yeah, no kidding. It's true.
So, and give me a little bit of time, Joanne. I just got to go for about a 20-minute walk to get my legs circulated because I'm trying to lose some weight. But give me some time, and I will send you the video, the audio, and then I will edit it into reels and clips and make us look both good if I can.
Is this still live now, though?
Yes, yeah, we're still live. Yeah. Did you know? Did I hope I made you feel comfortable on the time we were on.
No, it was good. I'm just okay. I've only gotten 5,400 steps today. That's kind of sad. Now that
you got more than me. My goal is 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
So that's
now. No, maybe half an hour from now.
So, but hey, Joanne, thank you so much for coming on here tonight, and continued success in the real estate industry with Remax. And hopefully one day we will run into you in Brantford or Paris and check out some of your places that you're looking to sell.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for inviting me, and good luck to you. All the best with your channel here. You do a great job.
Thank you so much, Joanne. It's the guests that make a great show. So thank you so much.
Peace out.
Good night, Joanne. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. That wraps up season 14, episode 33, overall 748 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. And again, I want to say thank you to my guest, Joanne, for coming on tonight. She is a realtor with Remax Twin Realtor, and she is in the Brantford, Simcoe, Paris area. So if you're watching this show live stream or on audio and you're looking for a new home in those areas in Brantford and Paris and Simcoe, please consider Joanne as well. And all her platforms and social media sites are on here as well. I do apologize, guys, tonight. I am suffering for seasonal allergies. I have hay fever, and right now the pollen count in Ontario is awful. So, but I was glad to do the show tonight, and I can't wait for fall. I find fall and winter are now my favorite times of the year because I find May and August are really bad for our allergies as well. But thank you to Joanne for coming on here tonight, guys. And I want to say thank you to the audience for watching this show on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Instagram, and to the audience on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and wherever podcasts are available. And this show is also available on my YouTube channel in video form and also audio form. So if you want to listen to the audio form, it is on my YouTube channel. And by the way, I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm getting very close to monetizing my YouTube channel. So 923, so 77 to go. So if you haven't already, please go to Chris Palme, Live with CDP Talk Show. Subscribe, like, and share, and check out my YouTube shorts. I have a lot of YouTube short videos on there as well. So I'm hoping in the next month or two to get to that 1,000 subscribers and to monetize my YouTube channel. Speaking of monetizing, if you'd like to support my content on my YouTube channel, I am on paypal.com at Chris Palme on paypal.com, or you can email me at cpalme19@gmail.com if you'd like to support my YouTube channel in my 3 talk shows as well. And also, I'm on cameo.com. If you'd like a personalized video message from yours truly, CDP, that's me, Chris Palme, go to cameo.com. Type in my name, Chris Palme. I do happy birthdays, happy Hanukkah, happy anniversary, happy divorce, anything within reason. So book your Cameo today, and look forward to doing your requests today, by the way. And as we wrap up the show, guys, my next Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by BarryCullen.com, is going to take place on Thursday, August 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern with longtime hockey writer Kevin Allen, who's with US Today Hockey for 34 years. He's now with Detroit Hockey News. He's a columnist with Detroit Hockey Now, and he's a beat reporter covering the Detroit Red Wings. So if you're a fan of the National Hockey League, fan of the Detroit Red Wings, tune in to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show Thursday at 2 o'clock with Kevin Allen. And we're going to talk about what Steve Yzerman did well in his time in Detroit and what went wrong, and how the Red Wings can overcome Dylan Larkin, their captain, wanting out of there as well. So there's a lot of news and a lot of stuff to talk about in terms of the Detroit Red Wings, and there's nobody better in Detroit to cover the Red Wings than Kevin Allen. So I'm excited to have Kevin back on tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And if you have comments for Kevin Allen or myself about the Red Wings or about the National Hockey League, drop them in the comments section on here as well. And as we wrap up the show, guys, again, brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet dealership. Right now at the dealership, you can get a $25 Esso and Mobile gift card with the purchase of an oil change and an eligible vehicle health check. This offer is from June 1st, 2026 to August 31st, 2026. You only got a few weeks left. Hurry now. Book your appointment today at Barry Cullen Chevrolet dealership. Again, official sponsor and advertiser of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. Folks, if you're looking to foster or adopt a cat, please check out the New Hope Animal Rescue Group located at 4990 Jones Baseline Road in Guelph, Ontario. Telephone number 519-836-9780. That's 519-836-9780. Or visit their website, New Hope Animal Rescue Group. .ca, and you can also email them below as well. If you're looking to foster or adopt a cat, they currently have 23 cats down there at New Hope Animal Rescue Group. Please give them a call and you can make an appointment, or you can check out their website again, New Hope Animal Rescue Guelph.ca. And they've got 3 cats from New Hope down at Pet Value, Paisley Road, 1005. Right now, Raj and Wyatt, they're a bonded pair. And then Peanut, I believe, is on hold and looks like he's going to be going home. But please go and check out our furry friends at Pet Value and the Paisley Road location at 1005 Paisley Road in Guelph. I wish I could take both of them. I wish I could have 50 dogs and cats, but unfortunately I can't. But there's a lot of people out there that are looking for a pet. Please consider New Hope Animal Rescue Group. And speaking of another animal rescue group, I do some volunteer work with the Cambridge District Humane Society. They're located at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. Telephone number 519-623-7722, extension 0. Visit their website at cambridgehumanesociety.org. All the animals and pets that are up for adoption, their profiles and information are on cambridgehumanesociety.org. Michelle and her staff do a great job in looking after our homeless furry friends and ensuring they get adopted into good homes and good families as well. And at the Cambridge District Humane Society, you can't buy happiness, but you can adopt it. And as we wrap up the show, guys, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, again, is live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch, LinkedIn, and now available on Instagram. Make sure to check out my website at beacons.ai/Chris D. Palme. You can follow this content creator on TikTok at Chris Pame. I have a lot of content on TikTok. StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. If you're into webinars, live streaming, or podcasting, go to StreamYard.com. They have basic free plans, paid professional plans like I do. And if you're a business and a company that does a lot of webinars or live streaming, go to StreamYard.com and contact your sales department for business pricing as well. The audio version of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show is on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, Tuned In, YouTube Music, and Good Pods. And remember, the audio version of this show is now on YouTube. Finally, guys, you can email me at the show, Live with CDP Sports Entertainment Talk Show, at cpame19@gmail.com. Any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback would be greatly appreciated. And finally, guys, you can follow me on Facebook, Threads, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, Blue Sky Social at Live with CDP19 on Blue Sky Social. And again, my YouTube channel. Go to Chris Pame, Live with CDP Talk Show. Subscribe, like, and share. And please check out my YouTube Shorts channel as well. And that is about it, guys. I want to say thank you again to my guest, Joanne from Remax Twin City Realtor in Brantford for coming on here today. And I'm looking forward to my next show tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Thursday, August 13th at 2 o'clock with Kevin Allen from Detroit Hockey Now. And we're going to talk Red Wings and some National Hockey League with him. And then I'm going to take a couple days off, as I've done about 15 shows in the last week and a half. So I'm going to take a few days off, and then I will be back on Tuesday, August 18th with a media personality from the U.S. So check out my social media pages this weekend to see who my special guest is on Tuesday, August 18th as well. And also, guys, remember to check out episode 9 of the Argo Bounce podcast show last night with Nick Small, myself, and special guest Mike Hogan, the longtime voice of the Toronto Argonauts on TSN 1050 as well. And the Small Talk podcast with Marlene Sharp and myself, a once-a-month entertainment talk show, will be back on Tuesday, August 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 on the West Coast, with 2 special actresses from Los Angeles. And I will be making that announcement soon on who those actresses will be on here as well. And finally, guys, if you're a business and company and you're looking to advertise on Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, you can contact me again at cpame19@gmail.com or on all my social media pages. My prices are very reasonable and competitive, and I'd be happy to work alongside you and your company. And this show is on 21 platforms, 136 countries around the world listening to this show, and I have 28,000 listeners on Spotify, and I am getting closer to that 1 million view mark on YouTube as well. I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching this show live streamed and also on my audio platforms as well. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, Thursday, August 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern with Kevin Allen talking Detroit Red Wings hockey. I hope everybody has a great night, and I'm going to say this as we wrap this up. Go Tigers. Hopefully they can get another win against the Cleveland Guardians tonight as well. And that's about it. Thank you so much to Joanne and everyone for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership here in Guelph and hosted by yours truly, Chris Pame. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock for another edition.